So, and then that also leads me to the nervous system rhythm. And this was something that actually came up the first time I went on Diary of the CEO, is I made a bold statement that women need more rest. And I got a lot of
great data coming out
mixed
now,
results.
right?
Yeah. I got a lot of mixed, like, back at me. A lot of feminist women were like appalled that I said women needed more rest. But what I know about the nervous system is you're stuck in fight or flight, and your hormonal system is shutting down. So where does rest and recovery have to be highlighted in the menopausal experience?
So we are in perimenopause. We are in a zone of chaos. Okay. The normal signals that used to cause ovulation, we become resistant to because we are losing our egg supply. We're born with all of our eggs. Okay. They last us until we go through menopause. Perimenopause begins when we reach some critical threshold in the quality and quantity of our egg supply. So in general, by the time we're 40, we're down. By the time we're 30, we're down to about 10% of our egg supply. By the time we're 40, we're down to about 3%, just to give you perspective. And at birth, we have 1 to 2 million eggs. So here we go. So the normal signals that the follicular cells that surround our eggs create the pathway to make estradiol and testosterone. And so LH and FSH, each month when we're premenopausal, we get this EKG-like, very predictable rise and fall of our hormone levels if you're healthy, if you're in the same time zone, if you're, like if all the planets line up, on day 14, this is going to happen, day 15, day 16, and on and on and on. The whole cycle repeats itself. Okay. That is how God made us. That is the perfect way, right?
Yeah.
Now we hit perimenopause. We reach that critical threshold. So the hypothalamus is constantly sensing until we die, looking for estradiol in the blood. When it doesn't see it, or when the levels drop, it sends the signal to the pituitary through GnRH to say, tell the ovary to make the estradiol. We're running low. LH and FSH start pulsing out of the pituitary gland, talking to the ovary. The ovary's like, I can't respond. I don't have enough eggs left. So the hypothalamus says, hey, where's the estrogen? Come on. Send the signal. Pituitary said I did. And it says send more. That's where we see the rises of our FSH level in perimenopause, way higher than we ever were in our premenopausal years. Finally, we get that pulse. We get that boost. The egg is like, fine. We get the egg come out, but it's a much higher estradiol level because we needed much higher FSH to make that happen. So we get bigger surges in our estrogen, though the timing is off, it's delayed. And then we have a much bigger crash. And progesterone never quite gets to where it used to be in perimenopause. So she's a little slow. So timing is off. So that affects our periods in multiple different ways. Too heavy, too light, too much, too little, everything's off on the table. It's abnormal uterine bleeding. AUB is what we call it in my world. 90% of us have horrific AUB through the perimenopause transition. That's affecting our sleep. That's affecting our cognitive abilities. That's affecting our mental health. Like everything becomes chaotic. So like you said, the nervous system is like, what the heck is going on? Our nervous system thrives on uniformity, knowing what's coming, knowing it's predictable, not only in our day-to-day activities, but how our body's reacting to the normal stresses of life. And I know I'm going off on tangents here, but I get so excited.
No, I love this. You keep going.
So all of it means perimenopause, zone of chaos. Zone of chaos. Absolute zone of chaos. And when I say that, women are like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I'm not crazy. Yeah. So
yeah. And I think that, I've been saying that. I hear you saying that. We have so many people like, if there's one thing that women need to hear is you're not crazy. Right. When I look at the statistics on suicide, the most common time for a woman to commit suicide is between 45 and 55. And I'm like, yep, I get that.
Like, our SSRI use doubles through the menopause transition. Doubles.
It's crazy.
20% of the population. I'm like, and everyone's like, okay, this is just, it is what it is.
Right. Right. It's insane, which is why I hope the women listening to this, the women that follow you and me, like feel like they can rise up now and speak their truth during these years instead of being gaslit and told that you should take an antidepressant.